to see him go to heavyweight. And when we were talking to him tonight, he doesn't give a shit. He said, I'll fight at heavyweight. I'll fight wherever you want, whenever you want. He's ready to turn around and wants to fight again right away. So he's that guy. He's a savage, man. The guy's an absolute stud. And not to mention the fact that he's a smart guy and realizes time isn't your friend in this game. And get in there, accomplish as many great things as you can. Like you guys were saying, whoever said it earlier, look at what a huge star he's become in such a short amount of time, because people in the fight business love guys who want to fight, love guys who want to finish, love guys who want to compete. As a fight fan, he's like the ideal fighter that you would follow and become a fan of.
Okay, wait.
Don't touch.
Don't touch.
It's that featherweight either.
242.4. Heavyweight.
Chama.
242.4. Wallace Pereira.
Chama. Cara pesado.
When you look at the challenges ahead, the contenders that are waiting to come and challenge you for that belt, what is the one that makes the most sense for you?
Ainda ninguém na minha mente. Eu falei aqui, eu queria ir fazer a luta no peso pesado, desafio maior, era isso.
No one in mind yet. You know, as I said, I want to have a bigger challenge at heavyweight, and that's basically it.
But realistically, he's done it all. He knocked out Magomed Ankalaev in 69, 59 seconds, whatever it was. He smoked him. It was very, very fast, okay? And the man is gigantic, and he's not getting any younger. And of course, we have the whole situation with Tom Aspinall. Now, you might have seen this post that was doing the rounds recently, okay? A couple of days ago, I saw something. It was very alarming. People all over Twitter, Josh Thompson was one of them. So I thought there was some credibility to this. They said that the
All right, listen to this. Alex Pereira, the icon, the phenomenon, the legend, has now officially announced his move up to the heavyweight division. And here's the real shocker. He's not interested in tune-up fights or slowly climbing the rankings. He's locked in, completely focused on going straight for Tom Aspinall's championship belt. Forget the suffering and extreme sacrifices that came with making light heavyweight. This step isn't just about chasing another belt. It's a cold, strategic move aimed at securing an untouchable legacy in the sport. It's turning up the championship pressure on Aspinall to a level that's mentally suffocating. And let's be honest here, Aspinall is far from an easy target. Yes, Pereira's striking is world-class, but a harsh and unavoidable truth stands in front of him. The pure size, the natural mass, and the serious heavyweight grappling danger that exists when you enter the world of true giants. Do you really think that pinpoint knockout accuracy hits the same, carries the same destruction, when facing monsters that outweigh him by 30 or even 40 pounds and strike with the force of a speeding truck? The brutal Octagon is about to test his fight IQ, his ability to adjust, and even his spirit when that massive clash finally happens.
Where he did get eye poked, and it wasn't his fault. It really wasn't. He shouldn't be getting any shit or any blame here, but he is, which is just weird, right?
The reports are out that the UFC asked Tom Aspinall to vacate the title until he was ready to go. He said he'd be willing to vacate the title as long as they released him. Now, that opens the door so he can go ahead and box.
But he just had surgery, okay? And he isn't going to be fighting anytime soon. And when they said they went to Tom and asked him to vacate,
Pereira's belt, really think about that. This isn't just a normal announcement. It's not just a tactical change. No, this is a full-scale assault from a ruthless competitor who is completely finished with the punishing weight cuts that shaped his past fights. Potton isn't simply chasing another championship. He's aiming for something nearly impossible, a historic 3-division legacy. Something that would lock his name into combat sports history forever. But don't ever mistake that hunger for an easy road or simple victory. Tom Aspinall is extremely dangerous, highly skilled everywhere, and a true monster himself, and he won't give up his crown easily. This bold and aggressive move from Pereira could completely shake the structure of the heavyweight division, especially with someone like Dana White promoting it, who honestly loves creating these massive, once-in-a-lifetime fights. So the real question is this: are we watching the natural rise of a king taking his throne, or a dangerous, high-risk gamble against an elite champion that could collapse in the worst way possible?
as the division moves on, and when you're ready to come back, you fight for the belt straight away. And the rumor was that he said, I'll do that as long as you release me from my contract so I can go on box, right? And everyone was saying, oh, this is really happening. Turns out it's not. It's bullshit, okay?
This is #1 bullshit.
Tom's waiting to make his comeback. He's still very much the heavyweight champion of the world. The third champion to come from England. Shout out Big Tom. And I'm looking forward to the comeback. Now, because of that, That's when Alex Pereira comes into the fold and he says 1, 2, 3 and go. Right?
Information of Alex Pereira moving to heavyweight to directly chase Tom Aspinall's belt isn't just another MMA headline. It's like an earthquake hitting the entire fight world. He's not just collecting belts anymore. He's chasing a legacy that feels almost legendary, almost unreal. That calm, calculated, almost intimidating focus has been built through years of brutal weight cuts and painful preparation music, and it represents pure championship pressure at its highest form. Think about it carefully. This is the same fighter who recently dominated the light heavyweight division, winning fights even while injured, proving elite fight intelligence and a level of mental toughness very few fighters have. That's more than physical skill. That's psychological warfare. That kind of mindset will push Tom Aspinall mentally in ways few opponents ever have. You, the fans watching, are about to see how fast, how violently, and how permanently the illusion of invincibility can shatter when reality hits inside the Octagon. Alex Pereira isn't just entertaining the thought of stepping up to heavyweight anymore.
$1 billion. They want spectacles. They want fights like the White House. They want John Jones versus Alex Pereira. Or, as I always said, Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gane for an interim title. Now, I don't know what's going on with the whole stuff with Tom. Apparently he came out and he said, I'm still very much the champion. That's great to hear. Do not walk away from this sport, Tom. Do not let the fans get...
He's locked it in. And even more shocking, he's made it clear he has zero interest in taking an easy fight to get comfortable in the division. Not at all. He's aiming straight for Tom Aspinall's belt with full aggression. This isn't just confidence talking. This is a savage, fearless statement from a fighter who has tortured his own body for years just to hit the 205-pound limit. You have to grasp how rare, almost crazy, that championship mentality is. To instantly set your sights on the #1 fighter in a division sitting 2 full weight classes above where you naturally belong. But let's stay grounded in reality for a second. A natural 205-pound athlete, regardless of skill level, is walking directly into a world of giants, where every strike, every grappling exchange, every clinch battle feels completely different. The strength gap, the overwhelming size difference, the skull-rattling impact, all of it creates a completely new fight IQ challenge when you're taking clean shots from naturally massive heavyweights. This is no longer a fantasy matchup people debate online. This is becoming very real and very dangerous. And the Octagon doesn't care about your past achievements or your legacy when a larger, stronger opponent lands flush. Now think about what that does mentally to Aspinall. Knowing that this terrifying presence, this 2-division wrecking machine, is now seriously coming after his throne.
All of mixed martial arts, because I was a little shit back in the day.
Well, this thing's just a dick.
But the fans of mixed martial arts, just like any sport, they're very fickle, okay? Right? Love you all, by the way. Now, here is what Tom posted recently, and I just want to talk about this quickly. He said, I love mixed martial arts. I'll never stop loving it, but I just hate the business. I think that fighters are completely replaceable.
Just Alex Pereira casually announcing a heavyweight move. This is a full declaration of war on Tom Aspinall's entire empire, his title reign, his dominance, and even his mental comfort. Remember this because this is shaping up to be the ultimate fight IQ exam. A battle of minds just as much as bodies. This is the same fighter who turned brutal, nearly impossible weight cuts at 205 into part of his legend through discipline and pain tolerance. And now he's aiming straight at undisputed heavyweight gold, with zero physical chains holding him back. That alone is like setting off a psychological explosion inside the champion's training camp. Do you really think Aspinall can just ignore this and stay relaxed after hearing that level of intent? This goes beyond normal fight business. This is about building a legacy that can never be erased. Pereira's real danger isn't only his lethal left hook or his crushing right hand. It's that absolute belief in himself. That relentless, almost inhuman championship mentality. The kind of conviction that can mentally break opponents before the fight even begins. The real question becomes, how do you even start preparing to face that level of mental pressure and psychological warfare?
Feel like the whole world has turned on you, and certainly when he wasn't the person at fault, he wasn't. But this is the world that we live in. It just is. The show must go on. I went through multiple eye surgeries. I wasn't in constant communication with the UFC. They weren't calling on me and checking on me. The only time I got a phone call off Dana White was when he called me, and I'm not talking shit, by the way. They got a business to run. They got a worldwide massive corporation to run, putting on the best fights on the planet, okay? And if someone gets hurt, well, then that's a real
Pereira isn't just stepping up to heavyweight as a career move. He's openly launching an attack on Tom Aspinall's belt, and he's completely serious about it. The entire situation feels like a cold, strategic master plan. Pereira is using his massive star power and global fan pull to position himself directly into a title opportunity. You might think you understand pressure at the championship level, but imagine this scenario. Picture Pereira finally fighting without the nightmare of brutal weight cuts draining his energy and focus. Now he enters the biggest division carrying not just elite physical weapons, but pure psychological warfare. And let's be honest, this is exactly the type of blockbuster scenario promoters dream about. The kind of fight built to generate massive pay-per-view numbers. But here's the harsh truth. Once that cage door shuts, none of that matters. The Octagon doesn't care about popularity. It doesn't care about hype. It only shows the truth. So the real question is simple. Can Pereira's legendary precision striking actually hold up against Aspinall's terrifying raw power and his complete, well-rounded skill set? Because when this plays out, the fallout is going to be brutal for one of these warriors.
And in the world of boxing, people die. I talk about that all the time. The sport of boxing still moves on. If you get hurt at work and you can't do your job on a Monday morning, the business still continues. The factory still goes on. The milk still gets delivered. The cow still gets slaughtered, right? Whatever it is, Amazon drivers are still making the deliveries. Just because John, your usual driver, twists his ankle and can't go to work, the show still goes on. I am not being
The day, this is about pushing beyond comfort zones, beyond expectations, and demanding more from yourself than anyone else possibly could. So while you watch Patton chase history and hunt his dream with full force, ask yourself something honestly. Where do your own limits actually exist, and how far are you truly ready to go to break straight through them? Until next time, keep